Good morning. We're in Jackson, Michigan, where I've been. Today's Friday. You're going to see this tomorrow. I was in Jackson last night in the afternoon, and we were meeting with different people about gathering petitions, frankly raising some money, and building up our volunteer grassroots base. I'm sitting here today with my friend Kathleen Torres, who has been active in Jackson, helping us to get petitions signed. Kathleen, thanks for joining me.
Absolutely, glad to be here.
Tell me about what work you've been doing on gathering petitions.
Well, first of all, just speaking with all my friends and anybody else that I happen to come and encounter with that day, whether I'm at a restaurant or even gathered with a group at a special event. I've encountered people and just personally went up to them and asked them if they're registered voters, as well as the fact if they have signed a petition yet, and would they be interested in signing and supporting my candidate, Clark Durant, for U.S. Senator. So
one of the things that I've sort of admired is the way you had Annette agree to do 250 signatures to put together a little team. You know, while I've been here, I've shared with some people, you know, it was just over 10 years ago that Margaret Thatcher gave a talk to friends of Hillsdale College. It was a talk that was published in Imprimis, and it was the challenge that Mrs. Thatcher had in restoring freedom and free markets to Britain when she was elected Prime Minister. Well, our country faces the same challenge now. We need to unleash the creative and innovative energies of our people. We need to allow people to keep more of what they earn. And talking to small businessmen and women in these 2 days in Jackson, it's been a real eye-opener. And the way they see regulations and burdens and taxes and costs are making it harder and harder to hire people, to build out their businesses, and that has to change. And I think Mrs. Thatcher's piece in Imprimis 11 years ago talked about how we have to get government out of our lives. The Patient Protection Affordable Care Act, otherwise known as Obamacare, that has to be repealed because what it reflects is the attitude of our federal government to expand itself, to consolidate power. The government has hired over 250,000 people since 2006, and quite frankly, they're not there to help us. So I think Margaret Thatcher set a great example for us in Britain about bold leadership, and what Kathleen and her friends have done in Jackson is set an example of a willingness to go out and ask people to help get these signatures so that we can get on the ballot. And I'm very grateful, Kathleen. You have some wonderful friends that we've had a chance to meet.
Great people, and a lot of businesses are behind you.
Great, fabulous. God bless you all, and have a great weekend.